Hey everybody, today we're going to be reading a nonfiction book. That means it's a book about true things. It's not made up. It's not pretend. And this book is by National Geographic Kids, and it's Hello Penguin. I see an exclamation point. You know Miss Marlene likes exclamation points. And it's by Catherine Williams, and I see a penguin on the cover. So I'm thinking that this book is going to tell us about penguins. In the beginning of this book, there's a little letter to parents. We're not going to read that today. But if you had this book at your house, your parents could read this. Hello Penguin by Catherine Williams. I wonder what they're going to tell us about penguins and what we're going to learn. Oh, this is interesting. This is called a vocabulary tree. The vocabulary tree is going to tell us about some of the words that we're going to encounter in our story. So it starts with animals, and underneath it's going to have penguins, because a penguin is an animal. And then it's going to branch out and it's going to tell us where they live. It says on the ice, on the beach, and in the forest, so that's their habitat. And what they do, they huddle, they shuffle, they slide, and they swim. And then this little category is about what they look like. Big, small, fancy, plain. So those are all the words we're going to encounter today. And I see this book has page numbers. So we're going to start on page 2 with our vocabulary tree. And page 3 says, Hello, Penguin. And I see 2 penguins together. They look so soft and cuddly, don't they? Let's see. I'm really anxious to learn. It's cold. These penguins live on the ice. So that's part of their habitat. Page 4. And it says emperor penguins. It has a label here to tell you that these types of penguins that look like this are emperor penguins. They huddle to keep warm. Huddling means when you get close together in a group to help stay warm. So let's turn the page to page 6. There are many kinds of penguins. This kind lives on the beach. These are Magellanic penguins. And look, they're not on ice, they're on a beach. So it must be warm where they are. Did you know that penguins could live in a warm habitat? They make nests in the dirt and sand. Oh, so that's where they, it's like their bedroom. A nest is like a bedroom. I did not know that about penguins. That surprises me. Page 8. These penguins live in the forest. Well, I just learned something new again. I didn't know that penguins could live in a forest. So far we've learned that they live on the ice, on the beach, and in the forest where the trees are. These are called snares penguins. That snare penguin looks like this. It's got a little bit of poofy hair and some red eyes and an orange beak. They waddle over tree roots. Waddle is how the penguin walks. He kind of moves side to side when he walks. That's called a waddle. I wonder if you can waddle. Some kinds of penguins are big. The emperor penguin is one of the biggest penguins. Right here is the label. And some are small. The small penguin is called a fairy penguin. And he does look a lot smaller, doesn't he? This penguin's got a lot of white on its belly. So does this one, but this penguin's gray and this penguin is black. And look, their beaks are different looking too, and their heads. He has some yellow on his head, and it's all black. It's hard to see his eye. His eye is right, I think right there. And then this penguin, you can see his eye much easier. And that's a fairy penguin. I didn't know they had so many types of penguins. Page 12. Some are fancy. This is a rock hopper penguin. I think they think he's fancy because of the way his feathers jut out of his head like he's wearing some kind of fancy hat. And some are plain. This is the Aloud penguin on page 13. Can you see that page number? Sorry. I'm trying to get up close so you guys can see the book, and sometimes I lose the words. So look how this Aloud penguin, he just has like a short haircut. There's nothing fancy coming out of his head. And He just looks kind of plain. Page 14. Penguins can't fly, but they can shuffle. Shuffle is when you take your feet and you do this. This is called a chin strap penguin. I wonder if it's called a chin strap because it looks like he's wearing a strap underneath his chin. And they can slide. Wow, look at this penguin on page 15. He's sliding on his belly on the snow. That looks kind of fun. Oh, so I bet the chin strap penguin, his habitat is in the snow and the ice. Just based on the pictures. Let's see what's on page 16. They use their wings to swim. Oh, so instead of using their wings to fly, they use them to swim. Look at them jumping off into the water. Miss Marlene would love to do that. And these are the Adelaide penguins, so they live in the cold. Splash! When he went into the water on page 17, he made a big splash. Do you like to make a splash if you jump in water? It's time to go fishing. Oh, look, he's fishing. That's how they catch their food. I guess that's what they eat. They eat fish. And this is called a Humboldt penguin on page 18 and 19. It's called a Humboldt. Can you say that word? Humboldt. This penguin gets a yummy fish. So he likes to fish. He doesn't use a fishing pole, though, like humans. He's using his mouth. Have you ever been fishing? After a swim, it's time to go back on land. So look at him jumping out of the water. I can't jump that well. I kind of have to walk out of the water or crawl out of the water. This is a Gentoo penguin. Hello, penguin. Oh, it looks like a mama and a baby or a daddy and a baby, doesn't it, on page 21? And on this page, they're going to show us the kinds of penguins. There are many kinds of penguins. These are the kinds in this book. Emperor penguin, Magellanic penguin, Snares penguin, Fairy penguin, Rockhopper penguin. He has some fancy feathers. Adelaide penguin, Chinstrap penguin, Humboldt penguin, and Gentoo penguin. And now it says, your turn. Draw a penguin. Now tell a story about your penguin. Where does it live? What does it do? So can you draw a picture of a penguin and give it a habitat? Remember, they live in the forest, so the woods or the trees. They live on beaches, and they live in snow and ice. So what penguin are you going to draw? The end. And then this just tells you some books that you could look up that are by the same place, National Geographic Kids, and then they have different titles. And we'll be reading some of those titles either together or I'll put them up on the YouTube so you can watch them. Bye.